Happy day before Thursday. We got a full 15 game slate. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven. And yes, the sickness will not go away, but we are here to grind on. You're going to get another early edition of this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you guys like it. I know that means less bets on the video, and they're going to be added later, but you do get the info earlier. So just kind of curious, but we are doing this, obviously, so I don't go to bed at midnight every night right now. But either way, Dinger Tuesday winner. There's still a ton of games going on right now as we're recording. So unfortunately, we're going to have to announce the winner on the Thursday video. So stay tuned for that. All the games aren't over till like 10:30 my time, and I just couldn't stay up that late tonight. So we do have another 15 game slate like we talked about. So let's get right into it. And it starts with the baseball fun fact. Now, we got Pete Rose. We haven't talked about him much. He won 1,972 games in his playing days. That's 200 more than the second place guy, Carl Yastrzemski. So just to put that in perspective, someone could go play on a 100-win team right now for 19 straight years and still fall short of Pete Rose. That's pretty impressive. Obviously, it's not a one-man show in baseball. He played on really good teams, but that was a crazy stat. In this video, now, we're going to recap yesterday and the day before. And again, we're recapping some of the bets yesterday, not all of them. Good and bad hitter matchups, and then the good pitcher strikeout matchups. We're going to go over that entire pitcher report, give you any best bets I can give you with the props out and everything right now. And then we'll finish it with the hitter parlay ideas and the bets recap. So hit that like button, leave a comment below like you guys do every single day. I appreciate every single one of them. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we are nearing 27,000 subscribers with football only a few weeks away. I can't wait. So let's get into it, and it starts with the recap. All right, before we finish this video, all the bets did get done, so I can now give you the full recap, unfortunately, because man, did today suck. But Tuesday, you already know we lost the Abbott and Yankees bet. Braves team total under 3.5, a no-sweat winner, even in extra innings. That was a beauty. And then the Padres team total over 2.5, first 5. Unfortunately, they changed Marco Gonzalez. He was no longer the pitcher. That's the game I handicapped. And the Padres could not hit John Woodford, so that was a loss. But Wednesday now, today, or yesterday, whenever you see this video, Red Sox team total over 2.5 in the first 5. They clutched up in the bottom of the 5th, got us that winner. And then I don't know what to say anymore about hitter parlays. I just give up on them, I guess. Seager went over. I mean, they scored 4 or 5 runs in the game. He went over. I just happened to catch just really good hitters when they have bad days. Bregman got 3 hits himself. I should have just went with him, but another loss in the hitter parlay. And then these two killed me. Kikuchi over 6.5 Ks. He had 3 Ks in the first 5 outs, and then only ended with 5. I just don't get it. And then the 7th one of these last 2 days, Luis Ortiz over 2.5 earned runs. My goodness, he gave up 2 runs, only 1 was earned. They just couldn't get anything going, the Padres, again. So I am now done with the Padres offense because they have stunk it up and cost me 2 losses in 2 days. But Carson Fulmer under 3.5 Ks. How about some positive news here? Plus 116 winner. He had 3 Ks and ended with 3 Ks after 4 innings. He had 3, I think, through 3 innings. So it was a sweaty one, but you know it is whenever it's under 3.5. So since the 3-0 day on Saturday, we went 3-5 on Monday or on Tuesday and Wednesday. Had an okay Monday. I'm just over the losing. Let's get back on the winning track like we were for most of the second half. So there's the overall record now. We got to get back to the positive. But before we get into all the best bets and all that, let's check out the good and bad hitter matchups. All right, we got 14 good hitter matchups for you today, and it starts out with the man, the myth, the legend, Shohei Ohtani, 11 for 27 with 5 bombs off of Frankie Montas. And his teammate, who is back now, Mookie, 5 for 11 with a home run versus Montas also. Then we got Machado, 3 for 9. How about Jake Fraley, 5 for 9 with a couple bombs off Kyle Gibson. And then over there on the right side, Dalton Varsho, 5 for 9 versus the lefty Tyler Anderson. And most of the guys after that are about 3 for 6. Ramon Laureano is 5 for 8 versus the lefty Robbie Ray. So take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you get some winners. And now let's go check out the bad hitter matchups. And we got 3 of them for you. Rafael Devers, 2 for 13 versus Dane Dunning. Duvall 0 for 11 with 5 Ks versus Robbie Ray. And Jose Ramirez 1 for 10 with only 1 strikeout versus Jamison Taillon. So that's what we got for the hitter matchups. And now let's talk some arms. How depressing is this? We only have one good pitcher strikeout matchup for you today. Robbie Ray, that's what we got. The lefty for the Giants going up against the Atlanta Braves. Braves, second highest K percentage versus lefties last 3 weeks at 33.3%. We've talked about it before. Ray, 28 Ks in 20.1 innings. That's right. He got a late start to the season. In 4 starts this year, he has 8, 4, 9, and 7 strikeouts. It's 2 games at home, 2 and away, but it's too small of a sample size for home road splits to really matter. But so I wanted to dig in even deeper to the Braves side of it. 7 of the last 11 lefty starters versus the Braves have 7 or more Ks. So that's all the info I got for Mr. Robbie Ray versus the Braves. And that's all the pitcher strikeout matchups. So let's go take a look at the pitcher report. All right, these are the first 8 matchups for you, and we start out with the lefty Cole Ragans. We all know what he can do. 28.8% K rate going up against Bailey O'Bear. Something you might not know against about him, he has now 9 consecutive quality starts. That is absolutely impressive. He's pitched really well lately, that's for sure. And then we have 2 absolute garbage cans. Tanner Gordon and Jordan Montgomery facing each other in Arizona. Look at how many hits they give up. It's absolutely insane. And then Mitch Keller, Martin Perez, nothing special there. Keller's obviously a little better. No pitcher for Texas yet, going up against Tanner Houck of the Red Sox. And again, we are doing these videos a little earlier than normal the night before, so be sure to check if there's any pitcher changes or anything like that. So this is all we can go off of right now. And then DJ Hurst, 29% K rate, been pretty impressive there, going up against Dean Kramer, who I've not really loved what I've seen from him so far this year. And then other than that, Alex Cobb hasn't pitched much this year, making, I think, his second start for Cleveland. And he's going up against Jamison Taillon. And then Brian Woo 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 going up against nobody. Or TBD, sorry. He is a great pitcher for Detroit. So that's page 1. Take a screenshot. All the averages are on the bottom if you are new to the channel. And now let's check out the final 7 matchups. All right, we got Mr. Edward Cabrera up there on the top, 28.2% K rate. He has been finally pitching better lately, really starting to hone in his command a little bit more, at least in the last month or so, going up against Tyler Phillips, who hasn't been very good since his one great start. And then Rennell White versus Zach Littell. Littell, 10.4 hits per 9 innings. That's almost double what Mr. Blanco has done, 5.8. That's absolutely insane. We know where the advantage is there. And then Estes versus David Peterson is not a very good matchup, in my opinion. No pitcher yet for the Yankees, going up against one of the next gas cans for the Chicago White Sox and Davis Martin. 3.65 ERA, only 12.1 innings, though. Frankie Montas up against TBD, another great pitcher for the Dodgers. Then Jose Barrios, you know what he does. He's a 4 ERA guy, but his expected ERA keeps creeping up. Just cannot miss many bats this year. And then he's going up against Tyler Anderson, who somehow still is holding on to a 2.99 ERA. For a guy that doesn't miss many bats, has a 9% walk rate, to have that ERA is just absolutely crazy to me. And then we got Sherlock Holmes against Robbie Ray. We've talked about Robbie Ray a little bit already, only 20.1 innings. And Sherlock, 38 innings only as well. Missing some bats, though, 26.8% K rate. He's pitched a little out of the bullpen, and now he's just become a starter for the Braves lately. So those are the final 7 matchups, and all 15. Take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you with your betting day. And now let's talk some best bets. All right, before we get into that best bet, gotta mention our sponsor, KALSHI. If you don't know about it, it is incredible. If you like doing stocks, you can buy and sell contracts on all world events. It's the only website that it's out there. It's federally regulated in all 50 states. You like economics, politics, movies, music, video games, so on and so on. If you know already, me and Ryan have a ton of fun doing it. We have a couple trades of the day every single week. So go click that link below. First 500 signups get a $20 bonus credit. All right, now this first bet takes us out to Milwaukee, where the Brewers are hosting the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers on the money line, minus 135. Brewers on the money line, plus 110, with a total of 9 runs in this game. My best bet, give me that Dodgers team total over 4.5 and minus 120 on BetMGM for 1 unit. As you can tell, I'm struggling talking. My sickness just doesn't care that I'm on camera right now. But the Dodgers offense is going up against Frankie Montas, and he is struggling to say the least. 7.71 ERA in July and a 6 ERA so far in August. And by the way, in case you want to know what that looks like, he's given up 24 earned runs in his last 30 innings. That is absolutely atrocious. He's given up 4+ earned runs himself in 3 of the last 5 starts, and he's given up 3+ earned runs in 5 straight starts now. 2 games to the Nats, 2 games to the Braves, and 1 to the Rockies at home as well. And some of these now are with when he was with Cincinnati. The last 2 starts are with Milwaukee. So he didn't look that much better, to be honest with you. He's got 99 problems, and the uniform ain't one, that's for sure. But he's had problems with all types of hitters, especially lefties, giving up a 280 average, 505 slugging. And the Dodgers have two lefties. I'm trying to think of their name. I think they're pretty good. It's Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman. That's right. I mean, Ohtani, you just saw it. He has 11 hits, and 5 of them are freaking bombs off Frankie Montas. I could take a couple bombs, and we should cash this. But Dodgers offense versus righties since the All-Star break, not elite, but been pretty good. 10th the best WRC plus, 11th best slugging, 5th highest walk rate. Why that's important here? Because Montas has walked 18 batters in his last 7 starts. And oh, by the way, you can't forget that they are pretty much adding an MVP candidate to their lineup who's been out for a while, Mr. Mookie Betts, baby. That's right. You saw his impact already on Tuesday in his first game back. He's at the top of the order, and I just love, you got to love that top of the order now. When you got Shohei, Mookie, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith getting jiggy with it. I mean, you got guys, I know the 7, 8, 9 hitters are kind of so-so. Gavin Lux has kind of been making a name for himself a little bit lately as well. So, I mean, I like this lineup against Montas. They could be at 5 before they even get to this Brewers bullpen, which would be ideal. Brewers bullpen is pretty good, but if they get 3 or 4 off Montas, I'm going to feel pretty good about it. So, give me the Dodgers team total over 4.5 at -120. All right, this second best bet takes us out to New York, where the Mets host the Oakland Athletics. Mets on the money line -192, A's on the money line +160, with a total of 8.5 runs. I'm going to take the total here. Give me the over 8.5 runs for a half unit at -110. We got 2 pitchers that I want to attack here. We got Joey Estes versus David Peterson. Let's talk about Mr. Estes first. He's been absolutely horrendous on the road. We're talking a 7.47 ERA on the road, and that's in 37.1 innings. It's a decent sample size. He also misses bats, or doesn't miss bats very well, whether it's home or away, as you saw by his K rate on the pitcher report. And now he's going to be facing a Mets offense that, yes, they've struggled a little bit lately since they left Coors Field. They did score 4 runs against the A's in Game 1, but I expect them to come back here because they got some power. And since the All-Star break, 20th WRC plus, nothing special, but 12th ISO power, 16th slugging. Like I said, to go to Seattle after Coors Field is a really tough transition. Plus, Seattle has great pitchers, obviously. So I expect them to break out of it. They're not going to score these 1, 2, 3 runs every game. I think they get to them for here, especially with Estes on the road as well. So David Peterson now. This guy takes the mound for the Mets. This lefty, he's kind of come crashing back down to earth soon. He just has to. He has a 5.18 expected ERA for a reason. He's been getting out of a lot of jams lately, leaving about 80% of runners on base right now, which is just crazy. He's also a guy who doesn't miss many bats. In fact, he's got pretty much the exact same K rate as Joey Estes. You're not going to see many people swinging and missing in this game, that's for sure. So Peterson, now that he's at home, he's also been worse at home. 3.98 ERA and a pretty big 4.84 xFIP, just to kind of tell what he should be doing, and it's at home and all that kind of predictive number, of course. But like I said, the 80% of runners on base, that's just not going to happen. That's not his career average or anything. And here's the big thing. He is facing an A's offense that is absolutely scorching hot again against lefties. They have the 3rd best WRC plus, 4th best slugging, 2nd best ISO power. Brent Rooker and these boys should be able to hit some bombs, some doubles, and just get to David Peterson pretty easily here. Obviously, they've been a much better offense than the Mets. We're talking an 8.5 total. I mean, I can see this game being like 6, 7 runs after these 2 guys even leave. And then after that, I'm not really worried about these 2 bullpens. Mets and A's don't exactly have bullpens that blow you away. So, they don't impress me much, I guess, as Shania Twain would say. But give me the over 8.5. It's going to be a half unit. I want to kind of limit my unit size. I just had a 5-play day yesterday. I felt good about. Then we went 2 and 3. So I got to just make sure I manage that. But I do like the over 8.5 in this game for a half unit as my second and final best bet on this video. And now let's talk some hitter parlay ideas. All right, I got 4 of these for you again, and we start out with Brendan Rodgers of the Colorado Rockies, hitting 391 last 7 days. He is facing the lefty Jordan Montgomery, who has been just absolutely awful. Almost 13 hits given up per 9 innings. Rodgers is actually hitting better versus lefties as well at 304 on the season. Second one, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alex freaking Bregman now has the highest batting average in the MLB in the last 7 days, hitting 481. He's ridiculously hot. We know how well he is hit on the road, like I mentioned. He went 3 for 5 yesterday with a bomb. He now has 2 or more total bases in 10 straight road games. Absolutely insane. Facing Zach Littell, giving up a ton of hits. Third one, Mookie. That's right. He is back. He's 5 for 11 off Montes. You like to see it. He had at least 2 hits. I don't know if he got a third hit, but he had a good first game back. So you like to see that he's already in rhythm, ready to get back to it. Hitting 307 on the season. We know what Mookie can do. And then the fourth one, I don't think I mentioned this guy at all this year. Jake McCarthy of the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has the 5th highest batting average in the majors in the last 7 days at 423. This guy's hitting 306 on the season. In case you don't know, he has 2+ hits in 4 straight games and 2+ hits in 5 of the last 6. And oh, by the way, he also has 2 or more RBIs in 4 of the last 6 games. He is facing Tanner Flash Gordon, and he is really bad. I mean, this Colorado Arizona game has some bad pitchers. 6.15 ERA. He has already given up 32 hits in 26.1 innings this year. You could target a bunch of D-backs and Rockies hitters in that game, that's for sure. So anyways, those are my 4-hitter parlay ideas, my 2 best bets so far. More added ones will be out probably in the morning in the pinned comments on X and on Discord, which is free. Click the link below in the description. And then that's all the research help you need. So let's get some winners. It's been a rough couple days. I'm ready to get back on track. So thank you guys for watching, hitting the like button and all that. But before we wrap it up, let's check out the recap. All right, there they are, the 2 best bets so far. The Dodgers team total over 4.5 at -120 on BetMGM for 1 unit, and then the over 8.5 runs in the Oakland A's and New York Mets game at -110 for a half unit. So any added plays in the pinned comments, like I already mentioned. Thank you guys for watching as always, and again, I will announce the Dinger Tuesday winner on the Thursday show. I just want to get to sleep tonight and hopefully just shake this cold at some point, but I hope everyone has a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.